Hi guys, welcome to today's video. For today's video, I am going to be talking about my birth story. It's not... Oh man, I have been trying to start this video and Quinn's napping, but she keeps waking. She keeps waking up, so I'm not sure if I should just start. I'll try to start and see how much I can get done. Also, I'm sorry that my background is a wall. I don't really have a good area right now. And that is my cat in the background in her litter box. So things are great right now. Okay, so we're gonna wait till she's done. Okay, she's done. Okay, so my due date was originally July 19th. 2020, which was crazy because that's actually the day that Gavin and I started dating. That was our dating anniversary, so that was kind of cool. But I did not have her until July 27th. I actually was scheduled for an induction July 27th at I think 6 p.m. So the morning of my induction I was 42 weeks. 41. I was 41 weeks the day of my induction. So that morning it was like 5 in the morning and I just woke up. Gavin was already awake. He was watching videos on his phone. And I just woke up. I felt like I felt like kind of like a sharp poke. Like, you know, down there. And I kind of just like woke up a little bit, and then I went to roll out of bed. I was huge at this point. I mean, I got so big in my pregnancy. But so I went to roll out of bed, and as I was rolling over, I just felt like a little pop and then gush of liquid. My water had broken, and I just stood up as fast as I could, and I was like, my water just broke. And Kevin was like, oh my god, are you serious? And he was like freaking out, and I was just standing there with liquid gushing out of me. And I'm gonna tell you right now, something that nobody talks about, which maybe I'm just dumb and didn't know, but something no one freaking talks about is that when your water breaks, it just keeps gushing till you get to the hospital and during your whole labor with all of your contractions. And I did not know this, so my water broke. I got out of bed and we like went downstairs, but like every step I took it was like running more, and I was like, is this normal? Like it was like gushing and gushing with a ton of liquid. And I remember my midwife said that I had a lot of fluid in during my pregnancy, so I mean that made sense. But oh my gosh, I texted my mom. I ran downstairs and I was like, Mom, it's just like it won't stop. What's going on? Like, why is it still coming out of me? She was like, that's what happens. So I had to go to the hospital like holding a towel under me. But we spent like a good amount of time like freaking out, like rushing around because we like didn't know what to do, and I was like stressed and I didn't want to leave the dogs and I wasn't ready and I was nervous. Finally got out of the house and on our way to the hospital. We live like 5 minutes away from the hospital. So then we got there and we went to the ER and we told them that I was in labor and that I needed to get to OB. So they had someone bring a wheelchair and they took me to the birthing center. So we get into our room and I'm pretty calm, you know, I'm not in too much pain, I'm just kind of hanging out, just a little bit of contractions but nothing too bad. And then they got the monitor on me, and I did plan a natural birth. I really wanted to go natural and not have any medication, but you'll hear how that went. So I'm getting checked in and she's asking me questions, getting my vitals, and then she asked how my contractions were on a scale of 1 to 10, and I was like relaxed, you know. I was like, oh, I don't know, like an 8 or 9, and she's like, okay, well they're gonna get a lot worse. And I was like, okay, I get it. So then a little bit later, so this was at like 5:30, 6 a.m. around then. So I'm going to be honest, it was a long labor and it was a blur. My labor was 24 hours long. First of all, I want to say that no matter how short, how long, how you deliver, medication, no medication, C-section, epidural, natural birth, no matter how you deliver your baby, you are amazing and you did an amazing thing, and nobody is better than another mom because they did something a certain way. We're all amazing, we're all equal, and in no way am I going to say that you're better than me or I'm better than you because I did this and you did this. No, that's not what we're doing here. So just get that thoughts out of your head because we are all amazing, we're all equal. Honestly, like, it was such a blur because it was just so long and painful. I like started to get pretty painful contractions, so I got in the shower. The shower did help for a little bit. I had the water on my back because it felt really good to just have the water, like the warmth and the pressure on my back. I did also want to do a water birth, so my room did have a tub, and the tub was really nice. There were lights and jets and all that stuff. It was really cool, but it was not comfortable. I went back and forth from the shower. Sorry if I keep looking down, I'm just looking at the monitor. So I went back and forth from the shower to the tub, like the whole labor. I was going back and forth trying to find what was comfortable. I was exhausted. For contraction, I would just breathe through it, and I was doing so good breathing through my contractions. I practiced this. I practiced, I researched, I made sure I was breathing through my contractions. And as time went on, it just got worse. But then I went to the tub to kind of like get things going, hopefully deliver soon. The tub, like, I just don't understand why, but I could not get comfortable in the tub. There was no position that felt good to me. I tried with my arms up on the side and then like in a squatting position with my knees on the floor of the tub. Baby girl's head was stuck for a while, and the pressure that I felt was so strong. It was so painful. The pressure, I am telling you, the contractions hurt, yes, but the pressure is what is the most painful in my opinion. The amount of pressure that she was putting on me was so excruciating. All I remember is that I chose a random playlist with music off of Apple Music to play, just to like try to have some like soothing music going on. I don't even know what it was. Let's just say, okay, I labored for 17 hours without medication. I was so determined to do it natural, and I tried so hard, but I wasn't progressing and she wasn't getting any further down, so we were stuck for a while at, I don't remember what centimeters. Like I said, it was a blur. I don't remember anything specific, but she was stuck for a very long time, and my midwife recommended that I get something to help me rest so that we could finish and that I could relax to let her move further down, or we would have to have a C-section or something along those lines. Something else was going to have to happen, and I didn't want to be in an emergency situation. So after 17 long painful hours, I decided to get an epidural. And when I got the epidural, I was so out of it when I got the epidural. And God bless Gavin, he stayed awake this whole time. Obviously he was awake the whole time, helped me the whole time, by my side the whole time, and he just felt so bad for me. He always says that he does not like seeing me go through that and feel that much pain, but he was amazing. So I got the epidural, and when I was getting the epidural, I had to bend over, and to sit straight up and bend over during contractions was so painful. I was screaming in pain. I mean, I feel bad for my nurses because I was screaming in pain. I'm not trying to scare anyone. Everyone's different, you know, but so I bent over, and Gavin was told the midwife that he wasn't sure if he could handle this part because of the needle. And first of all, I wanted to slap him, but she was like, no, just sit in front of Carly and put your head down with her and just hold her hands and help her get through it. And that's what he did, and he did amazing. So I got the epidural. Don't even remember feeling it because I was just so out of it. So I got the epidural, and to be honest, after 17 hours, it did not do much at all. First of all, it only worked half side of my body majority of the time, and it may help with contractions, but nothing can help that pressure. The pressure is just unbelievable. That is all that I felt. So they had me lay down, which I really did not want to do, but you know, I had to. I tried the peanut ball, which is highly recommended. Put it between my legs. It was so uncomfortable. Nothing felt good, to be honest. No position was making me feel better. So after I got the epidural, I finally got to rest. So I would like fall asleep for a few minutes at a time, definitely a few minutes at a time. Then a contraction would come and it would wake me up. But I remember the nurses had to keep coming in to help me switch from one side to the other because the pressure was just so bad. So I kept calling them in to switch me to the other side because I could feel everything. You know, the epidural didn't really help. It helped me get slight rest, but that's pretty much it. Really, I just remember just the blur of all of that. The epidural hardly helping, and they put me on nausea medication because the whole time I was like, I literally every few minutes I would be like, I'm gonna throw up. I never did throw up, but the whole time I thought I was gonna throw up. So I had like a what is it called? I don't know. I had one of those puke buckets, and Gavin kept putting it up to me because the whole labor I was like wanting to throw up. But I never did, but I did dry heave like the entire time. So after a while, it was finally ready to push. I saw the nurses getting all of the equipment out, getting ready for baby to come out. And that was really encouraging. And I ended up pushing for an hour, I think, give or take an hour. So it was a very long time, very frustrating, but we got through. I remember the nurses were asking me if I wanted to feel her head, and normally I would have loved to feel her head, but I was just so ready to be done that I was like, no, I just want to keep pushing. And I know that probably would have encouraged me more, but just in the moment I was just so out of it and so like ready to just get her out. Her head was just stuck for so long, and I could feel that head stuck. So yeah, I pushed for like about an hour, and finally I was ready to push her out, and the midwife asked Gavin if he wanted to catch her, which was crazy to me. Baby girl's waking up. And he said yes, and I did not expect that either. So she asked if he wanted to catch her, and he said yes, and he got to catch our baby girl, and he got to touch her before me, but it's fine. So he caught her and he put her on my chest, and I will tell you that is the best feeling in the entire world, and I cannot describe it. Nobody will ever understand until you have a baby, the feeling of holding your baby for the first time. It's crazy. It's just like meeting a stranger, but it's like a blind date for the love of your life, and it was incredible. I would do it 1,000 times again. My labor ended up being 24 hours long, and I would do it all over again just to have that moment. I still look back at pictures and videos of that day, and I still cry, and I still just want to go back so bad to that day. And she's almost 4 months old now, and I really just can't believe how big she's gotten. Yeah, baby came out, and she was 8 pounds 5 ounces, 21.5 inches long, and her head was like deformed. I looked awful after my 24-hour labor, especially because I was not prepared to even go into labor, because I thought I was gonna have time to, you know, get ready and whatever. Well, that doesn't happen. So I looked awful, so bad. But I was just so tired and ready to rest. But seeing my baby girl for the first time was the best moment of my entire life. And I'm so thankful and blessed that we were both safe and healthy, and that nothing went wrong. I may not have had the natural birth like I wanted, but we did what we had to do to get her out safely, and I'm so happy. But I do remember asking if she had hair, like as I was pushing. I was like, does she have hair? Because I had the worst heartburn my entire pregnancy, like so bad I would like throw up all the time from my heartburn. So I was so happy that she did have hair. I think that's pretty much it. Shout out to my husband, because he literally stayed up the entire time and was amazing and so helpful the whole time, and I could not have asked for a better support person during that time. I wish that my mom could have been there, but because of COVID, that was not an option. So that really sucked that we didn't even get any visitors either. And I just remember visiting my nieces in the hospital, and that was like one of my favorite things. So the fact that my family couldn't come visit her or me was really sad. But other than that, everything went great, and I'm so thankful. Well, thank you guys for watching and listening to my birth story, and I think my next video is going to be my newborn must-haves. So for all you mamas out there, look forward to seeing that. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!